Hey, what's up everybody, Junny here. Excited about today's video because I get to kind of give the feedback to the feedback that was giving to me, right? So I look at the comments, I pay attention, and one of the things that came up was De La Riva. Before we get into that, if you like my videos, any of my instruction that I'm giving out here on the YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. I just want to take a second to give a shout out to my sponsors that keep me looking pretty clean, right? Cruise Combat, always giving me fire custom gear. Virus International, always giving me lifestyle gear as well as custom gear to fight in. Protein Bakery, giving me sweets that don't mess up my body, that I can actually still come in and train and not feel like I'm dying. And my gi sponsor that is, I've been with them for like 5 years, something like that. And it's a pleasure to always work with these people. Any of those links, if you want to support me, is on my Instagram, Junny_BJJ. You can go there and you can get the links to anything, including this YouTube channel. Okay, but make sure you like and subscribe to continue getting good content. So I was able to go through the comments, right, when I'm not like working. I'm able to see your feedback, and one of the ones that I thought was important was the De La Riva control. Or how do you get into moves using De La Riva. And so we're going to go over that. One thing that's important to note, unlike reverse De La Riva, where I would chill a little bit more in no gi, I would not chill in De La Riva the same way. I would use De La Riva as a control to switch to other guards. I really wouldn't just use De La Riva by itself. It's a transition guard for me. But the controls are important. Okay, so we'll talk about the controls. Okay. When we're talking about De La Riva, okay, a lot of people just like they just like put their leg here, hook, and they stay here. This isn't really real. There's no real tension going on. Like, I'm not contracting my upper body. There's space in here, which is not the worst thing in the world, but there's no real tension, right? It's really easy for him to push one off and push like this. And if they can do this to you, it's either they're really strong or you just have bad position, okay? So one of the things I like to do is I make sure that I clamp my calf onto the side of his calf, right? Kind of like right here where there's like a little wedge, and I clamp onto there, and I push my butt on top of his toes a little bit, and then I hook. And then what I like to do, kind of like we did in reverse De La Riva, I'm gonna pull this knee into me. At the same time, I'm gonna turn my knee into his knee. At the same time, I have his heel, okay? Just like this. So I catch and I stay nice and tight. So I got one foot hooking to my left, my knee's going in towards my right, and I'm pulling the knee to me at the same time I'm pulling the ankle. So it should turn his whole leg like this. So when he goes to try to break, it should be very hard for him to break, or I should be having a little bit more of a second to transition to something else, right? So that way when I actually go here, turn and pull, now I can start manipulating and start catching back takes, leg entanglements, or switching to other guards, upside down, or anything like this. So, we're going here, I catch behind the knee, I make sure my hamstring tension is on him, here, hooking and turning. And I need to complement this by contracting my upper body. A lot of the times people play it lazy, and sometimes you're tired and it just happens. But a lot of the times I just call it lazy jiu-jitsu, right? Like, I want to get here and I want to be active, right? I need to pull my chest to me as much as I'm pulling the leg to me. I need to hook my leg, and I need to catch the ankle, I need to pry everything here. So when I want to turn him this way, I stay tight, okay? When I want to go to my other side, I can go here and I pull without him there. I pull his knee and I push his ankle, and I get him to do that, okay? When it's the other way, I would pull his knee and I turn him the other way to try to get angles. So this will go one catch, pushing, he catches base, pull to me, and then I start extending to the other side. And I focus on weight distribution, okay? One of the main things you gotta remember is to keep this elbow inside. So, controls, right? Behind the knee, my thigh onto the shin, my butt on top of the foot, catching the ankle, pulling the knee in, locking the foot inward or external, and then my knee turns it all together. Okay, now when I go to push him this way, I want to push on my elbow. You can go here, that's fine, but I find that I lose tension a lot more when I start doing that. So if I do that, that's just like one motion, like I make sure I get it. Most of the time when I have my elbow, it's not gonna matter if he pushes my foot off, right? I'm still gonna be able to push him down towards the ground and then re-put the hook in if I need to. When I'm going to the opposite way, I want to be able to go one, or I want to use his weight, pull, and then I want to pull him and pry up, and then start extending so I can start getting weight onto the other leg. Everything I do is weight distribution, right? I'm trying to knock him off so that this leg becomes the weight goes onto his left leg. This one becomes weightless, and I'm able to go underneath him. Or I want him towards this side where I put the weight on the other leg, and then I can start doing entries from here. Okay. Now, super important. Just remember that a lot of the times you get in, you get here, maybe you start to feel like they kill both hooks, right? That's okay, because I can use my hand and the tension of the hamstring to go through. So even though he's killing my hooks, he still feels the tension on him, right? So he starts moving around, anything like this. I can always start pushing, tipping here. Okay, his hand touched, back to the hook, and then we go back, right? And that's just by me doing all these tensions at once. His tension into me, at the same time my hamstring going into his shin bone, catching his ankle. Okay, just having this control is good. Now, anytime I can, I'll rehook. But anytime if it's offset, he has to base on the ground, so he'll end up taking those off. I like my foot to be here onto the hip line, and I like to make him push it down so that when he pushes it down and steps over, I can like pull him and load him up and then start going for my attacks. If he's really good about pushing this leg down, I can put it by my butt proactively, and I can start using it to go towards the back, arm locks, whatever I would like. The main thing for me is that the foot can go down by my butt, because I'm not in danger of him knee cutting here, okay? Here, I can travel. Here is wrong. Anything here means that he can just immediately knee cut over, and I have no frame. But if he puts my foot down and I'm here, I can proactively do it, or go here and I'm good. Because if he underhooks me here, right, I'm still able to like get my foot in for reverse del Riva and not be worried as much about getting past, okay? But super important to note, I'm doing this. Maybe he's here and I only got to here, then when I get a chance, I get here. Okay, then when he puts the foot down, okay, he steps over, right? I pull him, I tip him, okay, maybe he catches his base the other way now, right? And I start going here, and I start seeing angles for other things. So, just like the reverse del Riva that we went over, the tension that really needs to go, there's this kind of, it's the same tensions, just opposite to the outside. And like I said, it's a transition guard for me. I wouldn't stay there. I do not feel as relaxed staying in del Riva as I do reverse del Riva, but if you're gonna stay there, know the controls, and I would always use one to get the other one, okay? There's a lot of moves you can do. But the main thing is that you actually have the control to keep him in place when he's killing two hooks. So when you go against somebody skilled and they know what they're doing, they're immediately either gonna try to push those hooks down, and you wanna make sure you still have the tension on the leg, just in case those hooks come off, so you can transition to something else. Hope you guys like it.